Residents of Venice want their library back. The saga has been going on for a year. Mold forced the closing of the 50-year-old building, and for more than a year, the county has been trying to figure out what to do. ABC 7's Christopher Brantley has covered the story since the beginning and joins us now with more. Christopher.
Well, good evening. By my count, Alan, we have covered this story 11 times over the last year. At first began with a look at the mold. Now there's a plan for the new building. And while it is preliminary, what we do know is it will be built on Venice's cultural campus on the site of the old library.
Back in January, Sarasota County decided to close the Venice Library, citing years' worth of concern about mold. We saw it for ourselves months earlier, in May of 2015, during a short visit inside a sealed-off adjoining building, proved there was mold all over the place. Now, months later, the library is closed, and work has begun on its replacement.
There are not an endless number of potential sites on the island or near the island.
That has caused quite the headache for Sarasota County staff as they grapple with where to put the new library.
Love to see them fix the old library. That was a fabulous place. I really miss that.
The county says the source of the mold is believed to be the soil underneath the building, and as a result, the building can't be fixed. So work began deciding where a new building could be built, but even that caused many in the public to speak out.
The public was not informed of what was taking place, how quickly the library was closed.
In the time since the building was closed, the county has held numerous workshops inviting the public to give their input for what they would like to see in a new library. That information would then help the county decide where the new library should be.
It's our responsibility to look at what have people told us that they want in that new service, and then what combination of criteria and factors contribute to the best location.
Now, the decision has been made. The new library will be built on the same cultural campus as the old library, but not necessarily on the same plot of land.
Somewhere in that block where currently there is the Venice Community Center and the Venice Arts Center.
The most important factor was that the library stay in this area and on the island.
Keeping the library on the island of Venice is a big deal, according to Venice Council member Fred Fraze.
Going to settle a lot of unrest in the city of Venice.
The county has hired the firm Sweet Sparkman Architects in Sarasota to design the new building. They are looking at preliminary plans. It'll take years before a new building is open for business, so in the meantime, the Hamilton building in Venice has been outfitted to be a temporary library to the tune of $250,000.
My concern is parking, the bicycle trail, the facilities for handicapped people.
The county says it's working to address those issues. The project manager told us they hope to have this location up and running by August. During the entire library debacle, a lot of weight has been placed on libraries director Sarah Beth Kalajian. Whether it's justified or not, as a former librarian at the Venice Library, closing it wasn't an easy decision.
You can't imagine a worse decision than to knowingly have to recommend that a library that is so beloved and so used and so valued for many reasons would have to be closed.
Well, the county is currently in negotiations with the architects. They hope to have an initial plan soon, and then they'll decide where on the Venice Cultural Campus the library will be built. And Alan, it could be 2 or 3 years until we see that new building.
All right, Christopher, thank you.